Electronic cigarettes, also known as e-cigs, are a new fad across the country and are becoming more and more present in our high schools. They were originally used to kick smoking habits, but we now feel that young adults and students are abusing them. Because of this new problem, we took to the halls of Pembroke High School to find out what students really felt about it and the consequences that it has.
Money that you put into it, time.
Less
Is there a
than
point
$10
to
a
it?
Less than $10 a month.
No,
Honestly, it costs less than like real cigarettes. Straight up. Like if you spend $10 a week on a pack of cigarettes, you're gonna spend way more money than if you have an e-cig. True.
I've used e-cigs before, and not it's not worth it, I'd say, because it's pretty stupid, and you really don't know what those are doing to you. I can't even say that it'd be any better than cigarettes because they haven't been around long enough to really know what the side effects would be. Like, I've heard a whole list of horrible things that can happen to you because of them, and I'd say that if you're using them just because you're in high school and all your friends are using them, then I'd say try and kick that before something bad comes out of it and you have an actual health problem because of it.
What about the e-cig as a whole?
The e-cig as a whole, they can honestly range from like $10 to like a lot of money.
Like 300, 400.
Mm-hmm.
How much have you guys personally spent on them?
Personally, I just jack them. I just grab them and run. I don't spend money on it.
That's what I did with one of them, but like probably 180 in total.
I've used them. I didn't feel anything, and only because my friend had one.
Was it fun?
No.
Will you use one again?
Yeah, I will.
When do you use it and like why? Like
Well,
when
all the time.
do you find the need for
All
it?
the time.
There's those-
Just whenever I'm bored.
Mm-hmm. There's like some people who just use them because they want to quit smoking like cigarettes. That'd be me. Like, make sure you block my face. I don't want people who want to smoke cigarettes. But then there's like those douchebags who like get like the hookah things, and then they're like,
And they just spit full
and then they just like.
Do you
goes
guys
everywhere.
use them during school ever?
Every class.
Yeah, Mr. Pierce actually took mine before. I got that shit going. They can't really do anything about it, like, straight up. It's like the war on drugs, like,
Really?
how hard is it to
Do
find
you guys
drugs?
get anything out of it when you use it?
Yeah, it makes you not want
No,
to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, you get like a head rush if you don't smoke them.
Alright, here's my opinion on e-cigarettes. Generally, I think they're stupid, unless they are gonna help you quit like real cigarettes, but you shouldn't be like 16 years old smoking an e-cigarette because it's really dumb because you don't have an addiction to real nicotine tobacco cigarettes. That's not a real thing. And if you say that you do, I don't believe you. Genetically, in the biology sense, that doesn't make sense. Right now, we're too young to get that addictive phase in us, so it's just not gonna happen. If you smoked cigarettes when you were like 11 up until you're like 17, it would make sense that you have some sort of an addiction and you're trying to stop that addiction by smoking an e-cigarette, but that would be the only like real purpose to it.
Being a non-e-cig user, how does the use of e-cigs affect you?
Well, you know, being threatened in the bathroom, if you tell anyone I'm smoking an e-cig, I will come find you. Alright, kid, just leave me alone. Smoke your e-cig. I don't use them, so you do you, but...
E-cigs are bad. I'm just minding my own business until I walk into the bathroom, choking on e-cig smoke. People say it smells like bananas and grapes, but it smells like death to me.
E-cigs are annoying because I'm not able to wash my hands because they block the sink smoking their e-cigs.
If you're gonna be like a high school student and bring your e-cigarette to school, that's the dumbest thing I've ever even heard of. Because 1, you're just asking for trouble, 2, you're asking for attention, and 3, what's the point if you're just gonna go into the bathroom and just milk out the bathroom with fruity flavors? You're gonna get caught. It's just really dumb, it's a waste of time, and it's a waste of money even so. Because you're just gonna keep spending money on like the liquid and the chargers and whatever the heck else comes with these cigarettes. I really don't know.
It's horrible. I'm pretty sure I coughed up something when I got out of the bathroom. It's just so intoxicating. They need to crack down on e-cigs.
I have never caught anyone doing an e-cig, although I never really knew about them. So I decided to look it up and find out what they are, and it disturbed me. There's 200% more formaldehyde in e-cigs than there are in cigarettes. People are under the impression that it's not going to have a long-term effect, and the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, have come forth and said they do not know the effects, and they will not know for another 10 to 15 years for long-term e-cig use.
As an assistant principal for 2 years, we saw a huge increase in the number of students that were bringing e-cigarettes to school. And initially it was a little bit difficult because they were first marketed as something that was helping kids to break an addiction. So we had a little bit of concern initially, but as we learned more about what they were actually being used for and what the stuff that you put in them, we realized that they are in fact not, they're really not helping people kick a nicotine addiction. They're creating yet another addiction.
They're a problem. They're a problem everywhere. You're talking about unregulated tobacco product that kids who don't have fully developed brains are using. Right, so it has long-term effects. It's like using marijuana. It's like using cigarettes. Until your brain's fully developed, it could be potentially very harmful to you. And kids are obviously addicted if they're leaving class to go to the bathroom to smoke. If they're smoking in the back of classrooms, if they're smoking in a caf, kids are obviously like addicted to it. It's not breaking any smoking habit.
I don't believe that e-cigarettes are going to be thought of as healthy. I feel like breathing vegetable oil that's been vaporized probably at some point 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we're going to find that there are health risks to that. And so I don't think it's a good idea, and I think we're misleading kids and probably some adults into thinking that they're doing something healthy when maybe it's less unhealthy than cigarettes, but it can't be good for you.
I have caught people with e-cigarettes in the bathrooms when I've been on hall duty.
The marketing companies, the cigarette companies are getting kids hooked on a different product, but it's equally addictive, and there's nothing that actually proves that they're helping people kick nicotine addiction. And I think that just by the very nature of the way the e-cigarettes are structured, you can put a lot of things into those e-cigarettes that are not good for you. So I think that they're awful. I think the marketing companies, the cigarette companies that are manufacturing them should be held liable for some of the problems that they're going to create. And I think there's no place for them at school. They're gross.
I agree. I have caught students smoking e-cigarettes in class during band.
Who knows what kids are even putting in there? Some have tobacco, some don't. Some have other products in there, some don't. I mean, we have no idea. So what happens is we get a call that a bathroom smells, and we go and check it out. And we look at video, we get a list of names, and interview kids, check out by the nurse, search, that kind of thing, and then maybe we turn up something, maybe we don't.
Electronic cigarettes, you can see, have greatly affected Pembroke High School, and we feel if they're not controlled soon, that students are going to be able to abuse them even when they already do. If this problem is controlled soon, we think it's going to greatly affect students' health and serious problems with their education.